Hello, Monday. Let's start in the world of energy. And Grigor's been at his BP statistical review and got this chart out for us. Global energy use by source. Oil, still very popular. Over a third oil. Coal, we know, is on the up. Natural gas is meant to be moving into its boom decade. Nuclear is out of favour. Hydro is dropping down. Renewables 1.32%. You've got to start somewhere. Okay, let's go. Fed chart. Federal government current receipts. Incoming in blue. Federal government current expenditures in red. Expenditures 3.8 trillion. Receipts 2.4 trillion. You've got to have pretty big cojones there in Washington to ignore that. CFOs, chief financial officers of the big companies in the United States, are basically bright boys. They're the top bean counters, the abacus boys and girls. And they've been answered some questions and stated their concerns on things. And if their concerns run to 8, 9 or 10 on a scale of 1 to 10, then it gets into this chart. Their chief concerns are oil prices and next the US budget deficit. On that chart, but down at the bottom, inflation, corporate tax rates and terrorism. But the main concern for the CFOs is oil prices. My Budget 360 gives us one of his classic long-titled articles. The destruction of the middle class will not be televised. 56% of American workers have less than $25,000 saved. Even worse, 60% of retirees have less than $50,000 saved. 45 million on food stamps and the consequences of peak debt. The article starts. The disappearance of the middle class will not be televised. Don't expect your favourite talking head to relay this information to you. At the core of our economy, we have become a consumption nation. This necessarily isn't negative if we were to balance out the opposite side of the equation with adequate savings. It would be one thing if the working and the middle class were consuming with money that they had earned. Instead, for over a decade and longer, many Americans have used massive amounts of debt in mortgages, credit cards and student loans to finance things they simply could not afford. Ohio State University research. What me worry young adults get self-esteem boost from debt. Let's see if we can explain a mad-sounding headline like that. Columbus, Ohio. Instead of feeling stressed by the money they owe, many young adults actually feel empowered by their credit card and educational debts, according to a new nationwide study. Researchers found that more credit card and college loan debt held by young adults aged 18 to 27, the higher their self-esteem and the more likely they felt like they were in control of their lives. The effect was strongest among those in the lowest economic classes. Only the oldest of those studied, those aged 28 to 34, began showing signs of stress about the money they owed. Market Watch. Many of us won't be able to retire until our 80s. If you don't have enough money saved for retirement, you've got a few ways to close the gap between what you have and what you need in your nest egg. You can save more, invest more aggressively, and or work longer. Well, it turns out that working longer is indeed an option, according to the Employee Benefit Research Institute latest study. The only problem is that the latest research shows that you will have to work much longer than you anticipated. Those who earned, on average, through the course of their careers, less than $12,000 a year, lowest quintile, very poor people, would need to defer retirement till age 84. Before, 90% of the households in that category would have just a 50% chance of affording retirement, working till the age 84. We can effectively forget that as an idea and agree that we have to take care of that cohort. Those who earn between $12,000 and $32,000 will need to work till age 76. Those who earn between $32,000 and $72,000 will have to work till aged 72. Those who earned more than $72,000 get a break. They can stop working at age 65 with a 50-50 chance of funding their retirement. Calculated risk, Q1 flow of funds from the Fed. The value of household real estate has fallen $6.6 trillion from the peak and is still falling in 2011. Let's have a look. So, if by luck or judgment you invested in gold in the year, whenever it might have been, let's say 2000, at that time it would have taken 600 ounces of gold to buy a median home price in the United States of America. To buy a median home in the United States of America in the year 2000 would have cost you 600 ounces of gold. Now it costs about 100 ounces of gold. So if you happen to had invested in gold coming out of the dot-com bubble, perhaps you would like to now exchange your 100 ounces of gold for an average sort of house. Or would you like to keep the gold? See you tomorrow. Bye.